Good day. This is the weekly astrology report for July 3rd through July 7th of 2026. I am Jody Shirami at Astro Podcast. This is a very monumental structural shift that is officially underway this week in the cosmic world that is in our atmosphere around the sun. And so this is an outer planet alignment that we've been speaking about that was historically very rare, and it's called the Barbo basket, which we'll talk more about. Mr. Barbo was a mundane astrologer, and he figured out that this configuration would bring us blessings, and it's shaped like a cradle, which I talked about a couple weeks ago. It's shaped like a cradle, rocking us nice and sleepy and comforting and full of security. And it's happening during the season of the moon, and this is going to be radical energy that redefines our collective and personal realities. Woo! So navigating this week requires high situational awareness, which is critical thinking, as a volatile personal planet flashpoint occurs simultaneously. Wow. That Mars and Uranus meeting up is really going to be simultaneously. The cosmic headliner of the week is Barbo's basket at 4 degrees, and it's going to be in alignment. And it is legendary. It's been spoken about for about 5 years. I keep hearing the name Andre Barbeau. And this rare basket is so rare that we are very blessed to be able to activate ourselves with this highly supportive, cooperative network of trines and sextiles amongst the outer planets. Jupiter is going to be in Leo at 4 degrees on July 26th when this will be occurring, this Barbo basket formation. Uranus in Gemini at 4 degrees. Neptune in Aries at 4 degrees, and Pluto in Aquarius at 4 degrees. And so the core opposition to what's going on is that this heavy structure that is in tension the most is Jupiter in Leo opposing Pluto in Aquarius. So this is the tension point where these outer planets are coming in to help us through this massive tug of war, the centralization of power in Leo, the sun, and then the collective power, centralized progress that is occurring in Aquarius. So this is again about the extremes of being equality. So the 4 degrees is a collective harmonic, meaning that the outer planets are uniquely spaced across a minor, grand fire trine collective at this 40 degrees of separation between the flanking harmonic entities of anchor that creates our highly dense and packed geometry. So the geometry now is so packed and dense that it is forming such a powerful energy that you can't help but feel it. And it's been going on for about 2 weeks. This allows Uranus and Gemini, Neptune and Aries to weave supportive sextiles and trines around the opposition of Pluto and Aquarius at 4 degrees and Leo, Jupiter at 4 degrees. So the manifestation occurs as the nodes of fate shift into Aquarius and Leo being the south node on July 26th. And the Barbo basket is going to help us for rapid evolution across the mundane world, meaning everyone on Earth will be affected. While the world can suffer through experiences of massive systematic realignments, particularly regarding AI, digital infrastructure, and social activism, we're being handed a cosmic green light to launch overdue personal passion projects. And that's what the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th is for. These supportive planets helping us personally with Neptune moon coming in and heading into Neptune, into the moon in Aries later on the week. Let's start off with the weekly breakdown. Today on July 3rd, we are beginning the week of the 250th weekend of the United States 250th birthday. The spark of genius begins. The weekend kicks off with a influx of sharp ideas, sudden epiphanies, and sudden good fortune. Really be ready this weekend for anything to occur because such volatile energy is happening. And Mars and Uranus has already begun their geometry of their conjunction, but as they conjunct, as we talked about, they're also squaring the middle of Aries, Saturn, and Neptune. So there's been a lot of uncomfortable feelings this week. If you've been feeling anxiety or like you're lost, you don't know what's going on, what time of day it is, don't worry. Communication channels are going to be highly active coming up, and so that's either good or bad if you're looking for answers to help with how you're feeling. And then Saturday, July 4th, a volatile flashpoint is here. The transit is here, the 250th birthday of the United States of America. Mars is exactly conjunct Uranus at about 3 to 4 degrees because it has an orb of 1 to 2 degrees. So it is 1 degree away, and we've been feeling it since it was at 2 degrees away, which was at 2 degrees, and now Gemini's at 4. And this energy is the most explosive, unpredictable transit of the month, possibly the whole year, possibly of that decade. Spontaneous combustion, sudden pivots, and a seismic, overwhelming urge to rebel against who? Restrictions that are on the menu that is being run by the powerful and rich. So what should we do? What should we do? Go slow physically, even if your mind is racing. So that means you have to control your mind and your emotions this coming up time period that's going to last for a while. So really, this is the time to really mature and try to control yourself. I know it's difficult. I have a hard time sometimes. But if we lose our patience and our emotional maturity, it could wind up where we are harmed or someone else is getting harmed. So we really have to be careful during this time because anything can happen with Uranus. It can happen quickly, out of the blue, like a flash of lighting. And Mars again in Gemini is quite radical and doesn't do well here, doesn't enjoy it here. It's too much airtime for Mars. Mars needs a purpose, whereas Gemini kind of can wander around. So you need to channel this electric restlessness into rapid brainstorming and innovative writing, speaking my language. So really, this time period is the Renaissance. This is the time to create art that's inspiring and new. Go for it. Then Sunday, July 5th, the emotional hangover occurs after yesterday's July 4th. And all the things that are going to be happening on July 4th, it will soon know by Sunday and into Monday we will know. And this is the time when we have to go over things because Mercury is retrograde in Cancer during this birthday period. And it's in Cancer, this period of time when we're really honoring the legacy of our land, of our home, of our mother, of our father, of our legacy. So what's going to go on here is going to be sobering, eye-opening, shocking, with Pluto opposite of Jupiter saying, hey, you know what? Your ego's getting out of control over there in Leo, Jupiter. You're eating too much. You're getting too fat. You're starting to enjoy the good life too much, Leo. So there's going to be a check, a huge check, where what is in charge and how it's in charge is going to be up for a drastic change. It's going to happen to where the astrologers are predicting this week that something's going to happen where one of them is described it as the pot boiling over on the stove, and you let it go too long and now it's boiling over. With Mercury retrograde in Cancer, you know, this is going to invite deep introspective emotional reflection, which we should be doing anyways, because Neptune is now in Aries, really pushing for that spiritual change a lot. It is part of the bowl basket, supporting us during this Pluto opposite of Leo. So the opposition to Jupiter is a big deal, and Jupiter rules over learning, unconditional love, all the good things that you want in life. Jupiter will give too much sometimes. That's why you can be a little chubby if you have Jupiter in your sign, because you like food. So these are the things that we're thinking about. With this Mercury retrograde in Cancer, you can get caught up and tangled up in your feelings today, going into next week. This whole week, you can't even really kind of say it's one day, because it's like going on continuously, where things are moving out of alignment. It goes into alignment with another planet. And the moon in particular is doing that this week, going through all the different areas that it can possibly touch with the outer planets, and all of the angles and intersections and oppositions like all the outer planets are doing to each other, but the moon's moving quicker. So emotionally, our intuition will probably be clicking. We'll start to see things as Mercury's retrograding back, and we've already been here with Mercury, and Pluto's retrograde. We've already been here with Pluto as well, as it slowly is moving back, maybe 1 degree in half a year, if it even moves back that far. So we are being given a small window in this hectic cosmic time of changing. And if you think of birth, of you being a baby in a womb, floating around, there's a lot of faith in that process, that your parents will do the right thing and you'll come out healthy and all these wonderful things, right? So that's a huge faith, having faith in your wife, your woman, to have that baby and be healthy and take care of herself the correct way. And so that's why again goes back to the Cancer Capricorn balancing of these situations. And I'm not saying you can't balance them. I'm saying that you can balance it, but you have to be consciously aware of balancing it. And you can't rush forward quickly, because Mercury is asleep, so you can't really do any of that. You have to really take it slow in terms of how are you going to adjust to all these changes that are coming up so quickly. And even though we've been preparing for it for, let's say, 5 years, and we've seen some of these planets do some of the things we think is going to happen, because Jupiter, again, takes 12 years to move around. So we've seen Jupiter move around the past 12, 24, 36 years of our life, or even longer. And so the difference is that Pluto is in Aquarius and has been in here in a long, long time. The same with Uranus and Gemini. And then the fact that Saturn met up with Neptune at the 0 degrees of Aries that we talked about last week, that's also very rare. So we are here for a reason. Our souls wish to be here, so we're here. So now we got to figure out, awaken ourselves and listen to our intuitive messages, and what your body is telling you is quite important. And you'll have to learn how to control that part of your body, because it's part of your changing into a different human in terms of the energy that you will be consuming and emitting will slowly start to change. The way we eat will change, because you can see food is very difficult to sustain at the way some of us eat it and throw it away. And I remember people saying they don't like to eat leftovers. So I say don't order too much food, or don't put too much on your plate so you don't have leftovers that you have to throw out because you don't like to eat leftovers, right? So there's a lot of ways you can stop wasting what we have on Earth. And so Monday's going to arrive on July 6th, and it's going to be holding space for chaos. What's that? So Monday arrives and it's chaotic. The collective tension against Pluto and Jupiter is really strong right now. And so you're going to feel really like irritated, that you can't focus, that you're not yourself. You don't know what's going on and how you got here. So take it easy on Monday. And then on Tuesday, the 7th, you're going to be lifting the veil transit, right? So Neptune's going to station retrograde at 4 degrees of Aries. And Neptune, in its tricks, to begin a live month backwards journey. So this is a spiritual situation, and you have to really be transparent about what you desire and dream of. So you need to face whatever harsh truth that you think is true when it's not true. Get rid of your delusions. And then, the medicine you need is authenticity and truth. And as a Pisces moon, I agree with that. Then on Wednesday, July 8th, spark your passion. Electric energy fills the air today. Your move, launch that project. The wind, sunburst, creative confidence. Watch out rushing around too much. The color emerald green is the best color for what's going on right now. And then on the 9th, the vibe is warm, social, and deeply collaborative. Reach out to an old friend. You can have a breakthrough in a relationship somehow, somewhere. And don't say too much. And the number 7 is very lucky this day. And then Friday, July 10th, cosmic reward, smooth sailing, and well-deserved recognition. Your move, treat yourself to something special. You're going to get a lot of good feedback. You're going to have a lot of respect. Don't overthink it. Accept it. You're doing great, and have some hot herbal tea. And this is my help I had with AI today, because I had written down everything and somehow it had gotten deleted, and to go back and redo all the work that I had researched this week would have taken a little bit of time. And it is a holiday weekend. I don't want to be doing this all night. So this might not be edited too well. And forgive me, please. Have patience with me. Also, my special running on Patreon is for the month of July to August 1st, where if you join my page for $3 a month, at the end of that time frame, I will send you a moon reading that's 30 minutes long. And if you want to talk to me instead of receiving the written one, just let me know, write to me, and I'll take a look at it. And now everything's starting to get a little blurry, so I'm going to take off and get this edited and out to you guys, and have a beautiful holiday weekend with my family. I got a new grill today. I'm so excited. And so I hope you guys have a great week and stay safe, especially today, tomorrow, into Monday. This Mars-Uranus configuration is quite volatile. Mars is hot-headed here in Gemini, because Gemini is air and quick and does everything quickly. And Uranus is the shock jock who likes to play practical jokes and stuff. And so Mars and Uranus here is a very dangerous combination, especially at 3 and 4 degrees, where the marble basket will be configured on July 26th as Jupiter moves into position. And besides all that, the Aquarius moon, the Pisces moon, and then the Aries moon moves in And that's really more of the explosion that the astrologers are really concerned about, because with Aquarius being about the people, we can see that during this time of the F1, people are getting along quite well, it seems, the fans anyways. It could just be, social media hyping it up. It's not true. And then, of course, July 4th is a huge holiday in America, and it's going to be quite volatile. It's already getting volatile. There's already a lot of things going on that is not good for a lot of us to be out and about. So unless you have to be out and about this weekend, I wouldn't really do it too much. And if you are out and about, pay attention to your surroundings. And as always, take care, have fun, enjoy yourself. Don't live in fear. Just live in, what's the word? Awareness. All right, so I'll talk to you guys. Enjoy yourself, and really pause before you take action this week, okay? All right, love you guys. Take care. Stay happy and optimistic.